And hello everyone. I'm here with the very first episode of the Dragon Skills Spotlight. While I gather the materials for the lesson, so to say, a few words. First of all, dragons are your companions in Dragon's Prophet. They are more important than most people give them credit for, and should be trained accordingly with the right skills, the proper amount of training, and so on. That, however, is not as easy as it may seem, as there is a ton of information which is not really given and must be learned either from different players or through experimentation. Very similar to the Dark Souls game. Right now I'm taming several low-level dragons, and I'll tell you in a second why. First of all, let's discuss the dragons a bit. As most of you who have played the game by now know, they come with a random number of skill slots and random skills. The maximum at the moment is 10. Now then, these skills can be transferred to different dragons. However, not all skills are just as good on the same type of dragon. Some dragons may have different attributes, some may have a different number of slots and thus require different type of build. Or some you simply want to mess around and make a, physical damage bird, even though they are magic damage based. All of this depends very much on the skills they have to have a powerful dragon. And unlike what most people think about the game, it's not so easy to do so. The animations are different depending on dragons. The speed at which they are executed differ. And just the range differs as well depending on the dragon who executes the skill. This pretty much leaves a lot to experimentation and experience, and thus new players just don't get the hang of it or don't even try and just build their character up. They don't even look at the dragon, they're using it as a means of transport. Which is fine, but it can be better. It can really be a lot better. If you just take the appropriate amount of time to actually train the dragon. The reason I'm training random dragons right now is to have examples for all the things I will be talking about. I think 12 should do quite nicely, in fact. The lower the level of the dragon, the fewer skills they may have. Even though the skills are chosen randomly, they are chosen from a list, depending on the dragon. The lower the level, the fewer skills. Which also means if the level is right, you have a bigger chance of having the skill you are looking for. I'll do one more round. Which is why I'm showing you the very basic skills. This should be useful both for new players as well as veterans. Some dragons also tend to have different soul skills, and some more than others. So I'll also be talking about those in a little bit. Just need 2 more dragons. As you can see, even though I'm max level at the moment, the dragons are a bit stubborn in coming with me, so don't expect you can just hop on it and stay AFK and capture it. Although it can happen, but chances are low. Where the hell is the thing of okay. Yep. Flap the wings. The reason I wanted to do this is because, well, I'll be honest, about 20% of the reason is because I got tired of explaining obliterating impact is not good on physical damage dragons. The other reason is because I want to help people, but the thing that really ticked me off was the fact that I started explaining it to over 20 people a day. I think something is wrong when a single player has to explain the same thing over and over again to different players, I admit, but so many times a day. So, let's see how we can fix this. Okay, I got 12 tamed verdant predator dragon, one of the very first dragon types out there. So I think we can begin the lesson. Yeah, pretty much. As you've seen, I've tamed all of them one after the other. And the skills I'd like to showcase this time are as follows. In the crafting mastery skills, the current strike, life reflux, and cyclone assault. I could also talk about fiery hunting, but I need a little bit more experimentation with this before I can give solid advice. So that will be in the next episode of the Skills Spotlight. Now then, let us begin. Where are you? Oh, perfect. You get over here. Now then. The life reflux is a heal over time combat skill. This means you will not be able to activate it whenever you like. The dragon will activate it by himself whenever he feels necessary. Which, surprisingly for the AI of the game, is pretty okay. Also, if you recall the dragon with F2 while you are at low health, he will proceed to healing you. Okay, I've gotten Jolien here to help me with the demonstration for life reflux. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Easy. So yeah, you can see up there my health regenerating at a very slow rate. Now I'll summon the dragon and have him recall. You can see the life regenerating at a much faster rate. This is particularly useful in PvE, against monsters, dungeons, and so on. Not as much as you think in player versus player. Still a nice skill to have and level up early. It will definitely save you a couple of times. Now then, let us begin testing Cyclone Assault for a bit. Let's take a look at it. It inflicts physical damage and has a high critical chance. Unlike other skills, this will crit quite a lot, regardless if your dragon has ferocity or not. Another thing to be careful of is, while it has low damage compared to other skills like Haunting Assault and so on later, it has a fast cast animation, a long cooldown, and also it scales off both magic and physical damage. Which I must say, it was quite surprising for me at first. I didn't exactly get that, and after a bit of experimenting I figured it out. So, let's see how it works. That just now was it. It also has a stun most of the times. As you saw, it was a fast attack. And don't mind how fast the mob fell, I'm level 90. These are just for testing purposes. So, as you can see, it's similar to a dash attack that also knocks up the enemy. The animation is extremely fast so far on any dragon I have attempted to teach it to. So it's a very useful stunning skill, if that's what you want. However, not all can be stunned in the same way. Okay. Some are immune to stuns, and the stars will also be immune to this stun in particular. Now then, the last combat skill I will be showing you for today is the current strike. And this skill has been an enigma for me for quite a while until I experimented a bit more with it. Basically, on certain attacks of the dragon, just like that, it will emit electricity, render the enemy unable to attack for a few seconds, and slow them. It's also useful in PvP as if the dragon can hit a player, or the enemy dragon, because while they will be able to move, they will move at slowed speeds and are unable to attack, which gives you a window of opportunity. This skill is activated, as far as I've seen, on sweeping attacks. No, it's on strikes. My apologies, forgot which one was it. Let's see it again. Yeah, it's on the strike of the dragon. Strike is one of the basic attacks a dragon has by default, so you don't need to worry about learning that. I'll talk more about the default attacks of a dragon in the next video. For the last part of the video, I have decided to group most of the mastery skills into one category, as they all do the same thing. They improve the quality of the dragon process. Some of them, such as this one, improve the amount of materials gathered on collection. Cloth collection, leather collection, there is one for each of these and in different ranks. The lowest rank starts at 10% and every rank after that adds some more to it. As you can see, unlike the others, you get more of the basic material as well as the dragon provision out of it. If the bonus was higher, you would probably get more experience and the special material as well. That's the material gathering one. Next one, the skill training mastery. The skill training will provide a bonus to any skill. I have to show on my dark flame. It will provide a bonus training to any of the dragon's skills. This training is shown as experience, and here you have how much experience is needed for the full level and how much the dragon has of that skill in a percentage. You need to do some math here to find out exactly how many hours you need to level up a skill, but that's basically it. Nothing more difficult than that. Not complicated anything, no, nothing. And last but not least, there's also dragon training mastery. This is from the special process, dragon training. It will give training experience, which is used here automatically to level the training level of your dragon and make him stronger overall. This was all for now, folks. The next time I will be covering the dragon's basic attacks, which he has by default. All the dragons have them, as well as a few passives to improve that, fiery hunting, and last but definitely not least, the attribute passives. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it will provide some insight on the nature of dragons, on the right way to build them, and give you some ideas for a few builds. I'm always available in-game on the Osiris server for questions. So if I'm online or if you see me pass by, just ask a question and I'll answer to the best of my abilities. That will be all for now, and please comment on what you think about this spotlight, because I think it's something that can be very useful, especially with the later skills, as I'm also showing where you can find them and the approximate rate at which you do find them. That said, I wish you all a good day.